Right now, new record numbers across the U.S. and right here in Wisconsin. The latest on the COVID-19 pandemic.
Plus, an extra need for blood and plasma. The Red Cross's call for your help this winter.
And the sun officially comes up in just under an hour. It's going to be the warmest day of the week today. I'll have all the details coming up.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is like what we call Friday Eve here on the program. It's Thursday, November 19th. I'm Josh Sprider.
Happy almost Friday. I'm Leah Lynchide. Chris has the morning off. As the promise of a coronavirus vaccine brings a little bit of hope, the disease is showing no signs of slowing down.
A record 79,000 Americans are currently hospitalized, and the United States now has the largest number of deaths from the virus in the world. More than 250,000 Americans have died from the virus so far, and to put it into perspective, that's almost equal to the population of Madison. The Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation says with current restrictions, there may be about 360,000 more deaths by the end of January. If everyone starts wearing a mask, they estimate 60,000 lives could be saved.
Right now, more than 3 million people in the U.S. have active COVID infections and are potentially contagious. That's according to the latest estimate from infectious disease experts. Their estimate is double the number of confirmed cases the U.S. has right now, which is only based on those who have actually been tested for the virus. The data here comes from the Washington Post and is based on studies from Columbia University and the University of Washington. If these estimates are correct, that means roughly 1% of the country's population currently has the virus.
For the first time since the start of the pandemic, Wisconsin has exceeded 8,000 COVID cases in a single day. That's according to data from DHS and individual county dashboards. An analysis from NPR shows the Badger State currently has the 6th worst outbreak in the country based on daily number of cases and number of cases per 100,000 residents. As of this morning, more than 330,000 Wisconsinites have tested positive for the virus so far.
Governor Evers is extending the state's emergency order this morning, including the mask mandate until January of next year. It's faced several legal challenges since it was first announced, but now the governor is calling on Republicans to support it.
Republicans in the legislature support this effort. That's why today I'm also once again calling on Republicans to withdraw their support for this lawsuit and to publicly support our new public health emergency and face coverings order.
On Monday, the state Supreme Court heard arguments over whether the governor exceeded his authority with the mask mandate. If it's struck down, it would then be up to local governments. Deaths in Wisconsin, meanwhile, continue to climb in a way we haven't seen before. In the last month and a half, Wisconsin doubled its COVID death total from the first 6.5 months of the pandemic.
The virus also changing the way people hold funerals and honor the lives of their loved ones. At Pedersen Volker Funeral Home and cremation services in Chippewa Falls, the biggest difference is being able to offer the friends and families of those who have died a proper way to say goodbye. Instead of traditional funerals, more and more people are going with no funerals or small private gatherings that can be live streamed.
We feel that that is so important. I mean, that is basically the whole point of having a funeral service is closure and having to say goodbye. So without that, we feel like, down the road, that's going to be really hard for families to deal with.
While COVID-related deaths in Wisconsin are at the highest spike since the beginning of the pandemic, funeral home directors say they aren't seeing an overload of people needing their services. However, they say when there is a funeral, fewer people are attending. Time right now is 6:03 this morning. As this pandemic wears on, blood and plasma donors are as essential as ever.
The American Red Cross is urging healthy donors of all blood types to help ensure a stable blood supply for patients this holiday season. Taylor Lazenby joins us live with how you can help save a life. Hi, Taylor.
Hi guys, good morning. That's right. The American Red Cross supplies nearly 40% of America's blood, and right now more than ever they need your help. Traditionally during the slump and the Thanksgiving months and going into New Year's comes a shortage in blood supply. They already face a lot of challenges this year, of course, due to the coronavirus pandemic. Now, we spoke with Laura McGuire. She's a Red Cross communications manager on how you can play a role in saving someone's life.
Giving blood is really a life-saving measure. Blood cannot be manufactured. The only way we can get it is through one another. And it really is the gift of life is a wonderful thing to give during the holidays.
Now, right now, Laura says, and thanks for making time to donate blood around Thanksgiving. Those who come in to donate during November 25th through the 28th will receive an exclusive Red Cross t-shirt. Now, coming up in the next half hour, guys, we're going to talk about how the Red Cross is using your blood samples to test for COVID-19. Reporting live outside of the Red Cross, Taylor Lazenby, News 3 Now.
Taylor, thank you. 6:04 now. Hattie McLean keeping an eye on our first warm weather. Hey, Hats.
Good morning, Leah and Josh. We're talking about warmer temperatures today, and to put it into perspective, here are the high temperatures that we recorded yesterday. 50 in Madison, many places topping in the 50s, a few in the 40s in the Dells, Watertown, and Juneau topped in the upper 40s, but I would expect temperatures to be about 10 degrees warmer than this today. And we're off to a pretty good start this morning. 44 here in Madison, a south-southwesterly wind around 11 miles per hour. Not much of a wind chill to report this morning when you're talking temperatures in the 40s. Our temps across southern Wisconsin look like this. 46 in the Dells, 47 in Lone Rock, Monroe, Platteville at 44, Janesville still at 50 degrees. These numbers are really not that different from the highs yesterday. Now, our winds from the south-southwest are going to stay pretty strong through the morning, even through the lunch hour into the early afternoon time frame. After about 4 o'clock, I would expect those winds to begin to diminish here in Madison. Now, take a look at the future track wind gusts. When you see those purple shaded colors on the map, that's wind gusts in the 30 to 40 mile an hour range, and that's what you can expect this morning. Heading towards the afternoon, those wind gusts will begin to diminish, but slowly. Still talking wind gusts around 25 to 30 miles an hour at the lunch hour, even through 4 o'clock. Still pretty breezy across southern Wisconsin. As we head into the overnight hours, that's when those winds really diminish. Our temperatures today, as a result of those strong winds, are going to be the warmest that we have seen all week. 61 for a high here in Madison later on this afternoon. Rain chances going forward over the next 10 days, really coming down on Saturday. Some big changes to that weekend forecast. Still looking like we could see some rain on Sunday, and then leading up into Thanksgiving, another storm bringing some chance for wet weather Tuesday into Wednesday. Here's a look at that weekend forecast, though. On Saturday, just cloudy skies for southern Wisconsin. Looks like all that rain will stay well to the south. For us, though, on Sunday, moisture begins to return into the area, so there will be a chance for a few flurries or even some rain showers here in southern Wisconsin on Sunday. Take a look at that forecast. It's going to cool down as well. Temperatures are back to highs in the low 40s both Saturday and Sunday. Looking ahead to next week, that next storm Tuesday into Wednesday may bring a little bit of snow with it, but we dry out on Thanksgiving.
Well, I think those deer hunters are really going to like the changes for Saturday's forecast.
Yeah, for once we got to change that forecast for the better.
Some good news, Hattie. Thank you. 6:07 right now. Breaking overnight, a recount of votes cast in Milwaukee and Dane counties for the presidential election will start tomorrow. The Wisconsin Elections Commission spent more than 6 hours into the overnight hours laying out the groundwork for how to get the recount done. The WEC voted unanimously to approve the request. Both Dane and Milwaukee counties will now have 13 days to recount their ballots, making the deadline to complete December 1st. The official order is expected to be issued later today. That formal recount paperwork was filed by the Trump campaign yesterday afternoon. The move is a long-shot bid to overturn President-elect Joe Biden's victory in the state. Biden won Wisconsin by more than 20,000 votes. Back in 2016, that recount in Wisconsin led to a change of just over 100 votes. President Trump has refused to concede and instead has promoted conspiracy theories about voter fraud, while his lawyers have failed to provide any evidence for those claims in court.
Health and Human Services Director Alex Azar says he will work with Joe Biden's transition team as soon as the government says he can. Secretary Azar has been the subject of criticism for not giving the president-elect briefings on the COVID vaccine. But Azar says he can't cooperate until the General Services Administration accepts the election results. So far, the administration has declined to accept the Biden campaign's victory.
Pfizer will file for emergency authorization for its new coronavirus vaccine with the FDA tomorrow. The final analysis of Pfizer's new COVID vaccine confirms it is 95% effective with no safety concerns. An independent group monitoring the phase 3 clinical trial says the vaccine even proved effective in high-risk older adults. In the study, 170 patients contracted COVID-19. Nearly all of those received the placebo. We're also learning more about some of the side effects of the Pfizer vaccine. Just about 4% of volunteers in the trials reported experiencing a wave of fatigue after receiving their second shot. Reuters reports about 2% of the people who got the shot said they got headaches. These side effect percentages are based on about 8,000 trial participants.
And breaking within the last few minutes here, AstraZeneca is out with details on its vaccine trials. Early stage results published in the medical journal The Lancet show the vaccine is safe and triggers a similar immune response in adults across different ages, including those over the age of 70. Researchers in AstraZeneca's trial expect to unveil late stage results by Christmas. Children in the U.S. are on track to miss about 9 million routine vaccinations by the end of the year. Blue Cross Blue Shield says its data indicates 26% fewer kids got their regular immunizations compared to last year. 40% of parents and legal guardians said the pandemic made them miss those doctor's appointments. The company's chief medical officer says if the trend continues, the threat of widespread outbreaks of diseases like polio, measles, and whooping cough could increase.
All right, 6:10 is your time right now. We're going to take a look at your first warn traffic on this Wednesday morning. We're looking pretty good as we start off right now, or actually it's Thursday morning. We're not going back to Wednesday. It's Thursday out there, folks. Let's take a look at the maps as you head out right now across southern Wisconsin. We're looking pretty good so far. Just a couple of colors showing up on the map near the Madison downtown area this morning, but your drive time's looking A-OK as you head in on all the main highways this morning. We're moving at posted speeds. Beltline from the interstate heading west. We're moving along just fine. That's your first warn traffic. Coming up, we're continuing to follow the alleged plot to kidnap Michigan's governor as a Wisconsin man charged in the plan heads back to court today.
Plus, it might be time to change your password, the most commonly used passwords, and which ones get hacked the most. That's when we return.
Keep your home and family warm and cozy this winter with a new degree of comfort from your local Ream contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
I suffered with knee pain for almost 4 to 5 years. I wanted to have the conformis after looking at all the different options. I think having the surgery with the ortho team is the only way to go. They all look out for you as a patient.
Goldman Cars is having a huge winter sale. Don't miss out on Dodge Grand Caravans well-equipped starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
Goldman Cars is family owned and operated for over 50 years.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Goldman.
Or my brother, Donovan Goldman.
You gotta go to Goldman. GoldmanCars.com.
At iMart Express, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40. Using insurance? We accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. Glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at iMart Express.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
It's Black Friday now at A1 Furniture with savings up to 40% off our everyday low prices and amazing doorbuster deals. Get this 3-piece sectional just $8.99. Plus, get 48 months free financing on purchases over $9.99. Black Friday on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
I got your back, you got mine. Think about you all the time. Together we can come through. That's what love's made of. Give thanks, no matter how you share it.
I suffered with knee pain for almost 4 to 5 years. I wanted to have the conformis after looking at all the different options. I think having the surgery with the ortho team is the only way to go. They all look out for you as a patient.
Is your home giving you the cold shoulder? Fight back with a new energy-saving furnace from your local Ream contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
We're back at 6:14. Breaking overnight, a home in rural Dane County is considered a total loss after a fire this morning. That fire started just before midnight on County Highway A near Flint Road. The Dane County Sheriff's Office says a home there was engulfed in flames when crews arrived. That fire is now out this morning, but Dane County Dispatch says one crew is still on the scene to make sure it doesn't reignite. The Sheriff's Office says the fire does not appear to be suspicious, but it is under investigation. Everyone who lived in the home was able to get out.
An inmate who escaped from Columbia Correctional Institution in April will be spending an extra 3 years behind bars. Thomas Deering pleaded guilty to a felony count of escape and criminal arrest. He and another inmate, James Newman, were on the run for a day before they were arrested at a nonprofit in Rockford, Illinois. Deering said the experience was worth it because he got to see the sunrise for the first time in 18 years. He has previous convictions for kidnapping, sexual assault, and burglary. The Wisconsin Dells man charged with plotting to kidnap Michigan's governor will be back in court this morning for his bail hearing. Brian Higgins turned himself in to the Columbia County Jail yesterday, where he's currently being held without bond. His attorney says he's fighting extradition to Michigan, where he will face charges for the alleged attempt kidnapping.
UW-Madison is moving forward with its plans to move a 70-ton boulder from Observatory Hill after calls from students of color saying it's a reminder of history of racism on campus. The rock is there in honor of Thomas Chowder Chamberlain. He's a former U.S. president and UW president, rather, and geologist, but the rock has a history of being referred to by a racist nickname. The campus planning committee unanimously voted last week to remove the rock. Details about that removal, including when it will be moved and where to, have not been decided yet. All right, 6:16 is your time. Hattie is out on the patio this morning. She's ready for all of that wind, and you're looking ahead to the gun deer hunt opener this weekend.
Yeah, it starts on Saturday. A lot of people getting ready, wondering about that forecast. Jerry Davis sent in this picture of someone maybe prepping for the gun deer hunt season, getting all those blaze orange gear aired out and smelling like nature and not musty smells when they've been packed up for a year. So a lot of people busy this time of the year, wondering what the weather's going to be like on Saturday. Actually, pretty good news. The forecast for Saturday looks dry across the entire state. Now, keep in mind, good thing that blaze orange is warm. It's going to be cold in the morning. Temperatures will be below freezing in most spots, even here in southern Wisconsin. Temps will climb a little bit during the day, but cloud cover is going to hold highs into the low 40s here in southern Wisconsin. Maybe more sunshine in the north woods, but really still chilly with highs only in the 30s. There's only just a little bit of snow left in far northwestern Wisconsin on the ground. Of course, no snow in the forecast between now and then. Our current conditions here in Madison, it's way too warm for snow right now, 44. There is a southwesterly wind, though. That does make it feel a little bit cooler outside this morning. Take a look at current temperatures, and you may be surprised to know that this is a current temperature map. There are some 50s on the map this morning. Janesville at 50, Boscobel at 50, and Prairie du Chien at 51 this morning. Even La Crosse is 50 degrees. Those southwesterly winds are going to continue, and they'll be pretty strong through the day. But if you have a virtual school today, you can get outside any time in the day. In fact, soak up some of that sunshine today and enjoy the warmer temperatures. This may be the last day we see 60 degrees here in southern Wisconsin. So cooling down after this. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at that Thanksgiving forecast for next week.
We have been very blessed with some warm weather later into the season, Hattie.
Yeah, you know, and when it cools down, it doesn't cool down for that long. So it's been nice to have these little bouts of some warmth.
Beautiful day ahead. Thanks, Hats. 6:18 now. The NFL is upping its COVID safety protocols as cases surge across the country. Under the new rules, face coverings will be mandatory at all times, including during practice and in the weight room. Meetings will have to be held either virtually, outside, or in the biggest indoor space available. Meals are being provided for players, and time spent in locker rooms will be limited. There have been a number of outbreaks in the league this season. So far, the NFL has had 95 players and 175 personnel test positive. Delta says it's going to keep its middle seats open through March to help keep passengers socially distant. The airline says it's now the only one in the U.S. to keep locking those middle seats. It comes as other airlines are ending similar policies as they prepare for a surge this holiday season. Although airlines are expecting that surge for travelers, a reminder, health officials do advise against traveling for the holidays.
It might be time to consider changing your passwords today. Internet security company NordPass says the most common password of the last year is, you guessed it, 123456.
Oh boy.
Other passwords in the top 20 include picture1, password, QWERTY, ABC123, million2, and I love you. If your password is among the top 200, NordPass cybersecurity experts encourage you to change it immediately, especially if it's 123456. NordPass says that password has been breached over 23 million times.
All right, Josh, fess up. I know you've used 123456.
You know, I've never used that one. Have you?
Sure? Maybe.
That's a yes.
I plead the fifth.
I don't know. I always try to come up with something that I'll remember because I have a short-term memory, so that always goes out the window right away. But I've never used something that easy.
That's my problem, is I forget them. So I'll keep a list. God forbid I lose that list and everyone has access to all of my stuff. So yeah, something I need to get better at.
Yeah, plus they say you should have different passwords for different things. Some people will have the same password for everything, which is not good because then they can get everything. All right, still ahead for us on this Thursday morning, how you can save big while shopping for Thanksgiving.
And coming up in our next half hour, today is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day. We're taking a look at the fight for better treatment options here in Madison. Stay with us.
Black Friday starts now at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 60% off doorbusters and special holiday buys available now. Plus, get our very best Black Friday bonus deals, up to an extra 20% off our sale prices store-wide. Bring the holidays home early at Ashley Home Store.
It's open.
Hi.
Think you're managing your moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease?
Are you okay?
I did. But even when I was there, I never knew when my symptoms would keep us apart. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira is for people who still have UC or Crohn's symptoms after trying other medications. And Humira helps people achieve remission that can last, so you can experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible.
Wendy's didn't start the chicken wars. They just ended them with Wendy's new classic chicken sandwich. Nothing beats this classic. Grab it now in Wendy's 2 for $5.
People who fight for what's right. For us, that means fighting for you when an accident has turned your life upside down.
At Fearings Audio Video Security, we know your family's safety is your top priority. We are a Wisconsin-based home security provider with over 23 years of experience. Beyond offering superior home security, we had the opportunity for you to make a difference in the world. Fearings will donate 10% of your monthly monitoring to Schools for Haiti, so you secure your home and help educate, feed, and clothe children in the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. Learn more at fearings.com.
Work smarter. Use the cloud to securely print, scan, and collaborate. GI Office Technologies, helping businesses like yours.
Black Friday appliance deals start now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 50% off doorbusters from top brands now. And pay no interest for 18 months. Plus free quick ship drop-off delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger.
6:23. How about a calm, peaceful start to your morning? That's what this picture is. A shot of Reedsburg over Lake Virginia. I just love it.
So quaint. Thank you so much for sharing that, Tammy. If you've got a picture of your morning you'd like to share with us, just use the hashtag MyNews3Morning so we can share it right here on the program. Well, trending this morning, guys, you could save some big money on your Thanksgiving meal thanks to a new partnership with the nation's biggest retailer and a popular app.
Walmart is teaming up with Ibotta for a Thanksgiving promotion. According to Ibotta, customers shopping for food at Walmart online can get 100% cash back on some items. To get the deal, first people have to download Ibotta's web extension or download their mobile app and then link it to their Walmart account. It will tally up the rebates as customers shop at Walmart in-store or online. How big the rebate is depends on the product, of course. You can find the full list of what's included over on Ibotta's website.
That seems like a good deal.
Have you heard of Ibotta before?
I have not. Have you, Hetty?
Yeah, I have. I haven't used it, but my gosh, we've been buying a lot of groceries lately, so maybe I should start.
Decent idea.
Yeah, nice, helpful tool. All right, guys, another great story here. Charlie Brown and the gang, well, they're coming back to broadcast TV. PBS Kids and Apple announcing the Peanuts will be coming to television for the holidays after all. Though Apple TV Plus has the rights to the Peanuts content, a new deal with PBS will enable the broadcaster to air a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and a Charlie Brown Christmas this year. Those specials will air ad-free on November 22nd. That's this weekend, and December 13th. I know there was a lot of, there was a lot of sadness around this year. Like, could 2020 get any worse? And now, hey, it's a turnaround.
Maybe it's turning around, right?
It's a tradition to watch those, for sure.
It definitely is, yeah. I can remember it for as long as I've been alive, so.
That is true. We always had to get the pajamas on before we could watch Charlie Brown in my house growing up. Well, let's tell you about the forecast for today. We are starting off quite a bit warmer this morning. Temps are 10 to 20 degrees warmer than they were this time yesterday. Take a look at the current numbers. 44 here in Madison, 45 in Monroe. Some 50s, though, in Janesville, Boscobel, and Prairie du Chien. Here's a look at our temperatures and winds over the next 12 hours. It's still going to be another windy day, but it's a warm wind today with highs reaching the low 60s this afternoon.
All right, stay with us. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it, pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
It's Black Friday now at A1 Furniture with savings up to 40% off our everyday low prices and amazing doorbuster deals. Get this 6-piece dining set just $7.99. Plus, get 48 months free financing on purchases over $9.99. Black Friday on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
If you have yellowing between your teeth or if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So for this Thanksgiving holiday, stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour and start using the PowerSwabs 5-minute solution.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. PowerSwabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This Thanksgiving, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
This morning, county clerks are getting ready to recount. When officials will start the process and how long that will take.
Strong southerly winds and even warmer temperatures today. All of the details coming up.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, folks. Happy almost Friday. We're so glad you're waking up with us on this Thursday, November 19th. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Chris is off this morning. We start this half hour with breaking news. Dane and Milwaukee counties will start their recounts tomorrow. The Wisconsin Elections Commission met for more than 6 hours overnight to figure out how they'll execute the recount during the pandemic. The Journal-Sentinel reports this morning the official recount order will be issued later today. President Trump requested the partial recount yesterday in Dane and Milwaukee counties after losing the state by roughly 20,600 votes. The recounts will need to be finished by December 1st so the state can certify the results.
Georgia plans to announce its election recount results early this afternoon. The Secretary of State plans to post county-by-county tallies with a timestamp so anyone can view the results of the audit. Around 5 million people in that state voted. President-elect Biden won by about 13,000 votes. Election officials say the audit hasn't found widespread fraud and will affirm Biden's win. And new this morning, Trump supporters plan to hold a MAGA rally this Saturday in Milwaukee. It's set to start around 11 Saturday morning at Mayfair Mall. Thousands of Trump supporters had held a MAGA rally in Washington, D.C. last weekend, where they falsely claimed the election had been stolen from President Trump.
One person dies from COVID every minute in the U.S. That means by the end of News 3 Now this morning, the virus will have killed 150 more people. We're continuing to see record-breaking numbers in Wisconsin. For the first time, the state reported more than 8,000 new COVID cases in a single day. There are now more than 74,000 people with active cases. Governor Evers reissuing a statewide mask mandate to last through the new year. The current mask mandate is being challenged in the state Supreme Court. It is set to expire on Saturday before the court is expected to issue a ruling on whether to rescind it. Governor Evers says because of how the pandemic is spreading, the state can't afford to have a gap in mitigation efforts. Just about 6:32 right now, with COVID-19 concerns growing this morning and the winter season upon us, the need for blood is still critical in parts of Wisconsin.
The Red Cross says blood donations typically decrease around the holidays. Taylor Lazenby joins us live with the story. Hi, Taylor.
Hi guys, good morning. That's right. But instead of doing the typical nose swab, the American Red Cross says that you can also donate your blood and also test for COVID-19. Now, during the Red Cross, during these blood testing donations, they can test for COVID-19 antibodies. Now, the test may indicate if the donor's immune system has produced any antibodies to this coronavirus, regardless of whether an individual developed COVID-19 symptoms. Now, we spoke with Laura McGuire. She's a Red Cross communications manager, and she says donations will be helpful to identify individuals who have COVID-19 antibodies and may now help current coronavirus patients in need of plasma transfusions.
With the new state orders and especially with the Dane County order in place, blood is an essential business and people are able to either go to 1-800-RED-CROSS or redcrossblood.org to make an appointment to give blood.
Now, Laura says for the safety of the Red Cross staff and its donors, it's important that individuals who do not feel well or believe they may be ill with COVID-19 to postpone that donation. And to find out more how you can check out the Red Cross and what they're doing for the holidays to donate blood and also to check if you have the symptoms of COVID-19, you can go onto our website. That's at channel3000.com. Reporting live at the Red Cross, Taylor Lazenby, News 3 Now.
Taylor, thank you. We're continuing to follow breaking news this morning. Another COVID vaccine candidate is showing promising results in elderly people. New data published in the medical journal The Lancet suggests AstraZeneca's vaccine helps people ages 70 and older build up a good immunity to the virus. This is the same vaccine trial that's happening at UW hospitals. Reuters reports researchers expect to release late-stage trial results by Christmas.
New this morning, Janesville's middle and high schools won't be going back to in-person classes after the Thanksgiving holiday. The school board approved the pivot to all virtual instruction last night. Even though classes will be online, the board did vote to allow winter sports. Schools will also allow each student athlete to have up to 2 spectators at their games. Elementary schools will still have in-person classes. Now, earlier in the week, Rock County returned to phase 1 of the county's COVID reopening plan because of how quickly the virus is spreading. And teachers in another area school district are asking for more to be done to protect their students and staff. The State Journal reports teachers in the Lake Mills area school district have filed 21 complaints outlining health and safety concerns. In a statement, the Wisconsin Education Association Council says the district is going against county health recommendations by holding in-person classes. The district did close schools for a week earlier this month because of a COVID-related staffing shortage, but they are now back in the classroom. The district says it has continued to work closely with health officials to monitor cases in the community. The biggest school district in the country, meanwhile, is going to shift to online learning today. New York City will be keeping its 1 million plus students home. It's because the city has reached a 3% test positivity rate. Mayor Bill de Blasio says the closures will be temporary. The New York Times reports the city won't automatically bring students back in, though, even if the rate drops below 3%. De Blasio says it would be too disruptive for teachers and students, suggesting he'll wait until community spread is stabilized at a lower rate.
Timer now 6:35 on this Thursday. We turn to Hattie with a look at your first warn weather forecast and a mild one to start us off today, Hats.
It is certainly going to be on the mild side today. Take a look at temperatures yesterday. Look at the 70s on the map through Kansas, Nebraska, even into the Dakotas. Sioux Falls topped at 61. Omaha hit a high of 70 yesterday. That's not that far away. 66 in Des Moines. We were in the low 50s here in southern Wisconsin, but I would expect to add about 10 degrees to those numbers for highs today. Our current conditions, 44 in Madison. We still have a pretty strong wind from the southwest. Not much of a wind chill to talk about, though, when you're talking about temperatures in the 40s. Here's a look at those temps this morning. 46 in the Dells, 47 in Watertown. Madison is actually one of the cooler spots in the area. It's still 50 in Boscobel, 51 in Prairie du Chien. Janesville starts the day at 50 as well. Here's a look at our wind speeds today from the southwest. Again, pretty strong, just like yesterday. Our winds are going to stay in the 10 to 20 mile an hour range, but some higher gusts will be possible. Now, later on this afternoon, that's when I expect those winds to finally begin to diminish. Here's a look at your wind gust forecast. You're seeing those purple shaded colors on the map indicating wind gusts in the 30 to 40 mile an hour range. So still gusting pretty strong, especially through southeastern Wisconsin this morning. As we go towards the lunch hour, we're still noting 25 to 30 mile an hour wind gusts. Those numbers do finally diminish late this afternoon into this evening. Now, here's a look at that extended forecast. We have temperatures that will be very mild. Normal high temperature today is 42. We're almost 20 degrees above that today. I did look, the record in Madison is 70, so I don't think we're going to break any records today, but enjoy the warmth. Tomorrow, winds shift to the northwest and we start to cool down. For the weekend, some changes to that forecast that you may be a big fan of. No more rain in the forecast on Saturday. Still a chance for some rain on Sunday. It is definitely going to be cooler, though, with temperatures back to near normal for this time of the year.
Yeah, we're on the tail end of November already, so 60 degrees. That's pretty good. All right, Hattie, thank you. Right now, addiction rates are continuing to increase, but a new Madison home is hoping to help fight that. The company Tellurian and the organization Speak Up for Jeremy are teaming up to open a sober living home for men. The home will be located on Madison's east side. It's called Jeremy's Place in honor of Jeremy Liquars. He died of substance use disorder in 2018. Jeremy's mother has been working to help educate and support other families ever since.
Substance use disorder carries like an unbearable amount of pain and misunderstanding, loneliness and shame.
Liquars has a message for all families of someone struggling with substance use disorder. There is hope. Jeremy's Place is expected to be open in about 6 weeks.
November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, which is why you might have noticed we're all wearing purple today.
Our Christina Laurie shows us what the fight for better treatment options looks like in Madison.
Pancreatic cancer is already the second leading cause of all cancer deaths here in Wisconsin, and the UW Health's Pancreas Care Clinic is leading the fight when it comes to medical breakthroughs and better treatment options. This clinic treats 1/3 of all of the state's patients. The Pancreas Care Clinic is one of the UW's newest innovations for treating patients with pancreas conditions. It's made up of two distinct clinics, the Pancreas Mass Clinic, which opened last fall, and the Pancreas Cancer Prevention Clinic, which opened at the start of the pandemic. Both clinics are staffed with around 30 providers, from medical and surgical oncologists to gastroenterologists, clinical geneticists, and radiologists that work together in teams to develop individualized treatment plans to prolong patients' lives while minimizing their side effects. These men and women have helped about 180 new patients so far this year. 40 are currently staying at UW Health for treatment, but that number itself is an underrepresentation of the total number of patients with pancreatic cancer, since people diagnosed with metastatic cancer go directly to the medical oncology unit.
It's very important to be that aware and be an advocate of your own health. If you think something's wrong, let your doctor know, and if you still think it's wrong and they're not listening, push harder. I think that's what's very important, because the symptoms are so vague, so people kind of brush them off as something else.
The UW's Pancreas Clinic is also the leading local hub for research. Right now, researchers are studying more than 500 patients to identify early signs they're at risk for developing pancreatic cancer. They're using specialized imaging technology to look for cysts developing on the pancreas so they can intervene before those ever become cancerous. Researchers anticipate that 950 Wisconsinites will ultimately die of complications of pancreatic cancer before the end of this year, and another 1,100 in all will find out that they have the disease. So that's why today it's so important to wear your purple, and more importantly, tell people why.
Christina Laurie reporting for us. Christina, thank you. 641, let's take a look at the roads. If you're heading out on this Thursday morning, starting to see a little bit more traffic picking up near the downtown area along East Washington Avenue, especially in the eastbound lanes. Park Street looking pretty good, as well as the Beltline and the interstate across Dane County. Closer look at Rock County shows much of the same. We're off to a great start this morning. Your drive time's moving along fine at posted speeds. Let's take a live look outside from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Looks like some pink and blue hues in the sky. It's going to be a beautiful Thursday out there, well above average. Hattie's going to tell us just how warm we're going to get coming up in her forecast.
And this little guy is going to make your day brighter. He's an unusual junior associate at a law firm. We're going to introduce you to Wally when we come back.
Your local Monk's Bar and Grill is still open for dine-in guests and convenient takeout. Monk's thanks you for continually supporting our locally owned business during these trying times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com to order online and easily view our menus.
Come on. Let's go.
Come on, let's go in.
Toyotathon is on. 'Tis the season for great year-end deals.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get $2,000 customer cash on a stylish new 2020 Camry. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Don't miss out. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
I believe with your investment, I can take this to the next level.
Hey, Mom, come skateboard!
Oh, look out!
We'll get you on some physical therapy.
Dean Health Plan, we've got you covered, Taria.
Good news, we'll take 1,000 units.
Okay!
Live your life with the plan for every moment. Dean Health Plan.
Get more home for the holidays now with the Brothers Maine Black Friday is Today sale.
Every single brand we carry is Black Friday price to move today. Check out front load washer and dryer pairs starting at $10.98 or just $5.49 each. This is your Black Friday store for more, including free delivery. The Black Friday is today's sale. Hurry in today for more selection, more savings, and more home for the holidays from the Brothers Maine. Your local store for more since 1938.
Your local Monk's Bar and Grill is still open for dine-in guests and convenient takeout. Monk's thanks you for continually supporting our locally owned business during these trying times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com to order online and easily view our menus.
On the next Live Before, Dr. Zorba Pastor has all the latest COVID-19 news, and he'll take your calls. And we'll show you how you can help Wisconsin's Aldo Leopold Foundation and keep track of 2021 at the same time. At News 3 Now, the FCC allowed us to boost the power of our broadcast signal. If you watch us using an antenna, you may need to activate the scan function on your TV menu to rescan available channels so you can continue to enjoy News 3 Now and CBS programming. Please rescan your TVs today.
We're back at 6:44. A winery is selling bottles of dry red wine dedicated to the year 2020, and it has an arguably appropriate name. We can't say the name on TV, but you can take a look at the label for yourself. The wine is a blend of high-quality Cab and Merlot from Washington State. The price is also appropriate for the year 2020 at $20 a bottle.
I think you could also create a bottle that was just labeled, you know, indiscriminate screaming. that would be 2020.
I tell you what, if anything, the memes, the sayings, the gifts have been gold this year. They've been getting me through it.
We're very entertained.
We are. If there's anything to be grateful for, it's that, I guess.
And that's a bottle that you have to save.
That is, yeah.
That bottle.
Don't throw that one away.
That's right. Well, we wanted to share a feel-good story with you this morning.
Yeah, this will make you smile. A lawyer in Tennessee went to Australia and came back with what else but a wallaby. This is Wally the wallaby. His owner is Dale Montpelier. He said he wanted to bring home a kangaroo, but it was too big, probably didn't fit in his carry-on bag. So he found Wally, the perfect miniature compromise. He made a very good first impression on his coworkers.
Dale had hidden the fact from me that he was getting a wallaby, so I had no idea this animal was going to be here when I walked in the front door. And he came hopping around that corner behind us, and I exclaimed out, "What the fudge?"
Hilarious. Montpelier's partner says the wallaby has been a great addition to the office since the people who come in are sometimes going through a hard time.
That bow tie, though.
And it matched the partner. Did you see that with the tie? Yeah.
So cute.
Aw.
Love it. Well, guys, I got an email from a viewer, Sherry. She said that there's a dwarf wallaby that measures in at about 18 inches, I think. Yeah, 18 inches from nose to tail. 3.5 pounds.
We need one.
So maybe, Wally, is that Wally? I don't know.
I mean, he looks a little bit bigger than 3 pounds, doesn't he?
Yeah,
because Hattie Googled it can get up to 6 feet, right? That makes it a little less
Yeah, some
adorable.
wallabies evidently 6 feet, so hopefully Wally's well behaved.
Yeah, that'd be hard to have as a pet, I think.
A pet that's bigger than you? Yeah.
Look out.
I think so. Well, let's look ahead to the Thanksgiving holiday. We'll look at the forecast across the country next week. There is a storm system moving through the mid part of the country. I'll start this on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. You can see some rain all the way from Texas up to South Dakota with a little bit of snow on the northern side of that system. We could see some snowflakes midweek next week as well. It will likely change to some rain as we head into Wednesday and then come to an end. But this storm system will track then into the northeastern part of the country for Thursday. So it could be a wet Thanksgiving in New York and D.C. For the rest of the country, looking relatively dry on Thursday. Here's a look at our forecast then, our Thanksgiving holiday planners. Wednesday, there's that chance for some mix in the morning. Temperatures, though, are going to stay pretty typical for this time of the year, hitting highs in the low 40s. Some sunshine on Thursday and Friday as well. We will see some sunshine today. These are high cirrus clouds drifting across the area today. They'll just filter the sunshine a little bit. Temperatures are in the 40s, even into the Northwoods. Wausau, Stevens Point, and Rhineland are out 41 right now. We're at 44 here in Madison. Boscobel and La Crosse are in the low 50s. It's going to be a very mild day, especially here in southern Wisconsin, where I do expect 60s later on. 61 is the high in Madison.
The sounds of that, Hattie. Thank you very much. All right, stick with us, folks. Up next, the Morning Sprint.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that, and we'll be right back.
News 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Where's Daddy?
Save on the 2020 Nissan Rogue with rear automatic braking. Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 14 models.
Hey, no cell phones at the table.
But it's Grandma.
Hi, Mom.
It's time to cozy up and have fun. Go ahead, give your home those new items you're craving for a comfy new feel. The time is right. It's Slumberland's biggest Thanksgiving sale in 3 years. You'll get an additional 25% off our already low prices. Get your look for less at the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland.
Bye, Grandma.
Bye, Grandma.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Ladies, check it out. So strong, so not ripped.
What are we talking about?
That's the Hefty Ultra Strong bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Give me the bag.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong at a low price.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's Lip Repair. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Looks like a great day for achy, burning eyes.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Ha! These drops probably won't touch me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief.
Oh.
Xiidra is the only FDA-approved treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye, twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Talk to an eye doctor about twice daily Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Where's Daddy?
Save on the 2020 Nissan Rogue with rear automatic braking. Save up to $1,000 on select models.
Help put a bow on 2020 by celebrating the holidays at the Henry Vilas Zoo.
Welcome back at 6:51. Time for the morning sprint.
Breaking overnight, Dane and Milwaukee counties will start their recounts tomorrow. The Wisconsin Elections Commission met for more than 6 hours overnight to figure out how they'll execute the recount during the pandemic. The Journal-Sentinel reports the official recount order will be issued today. President Trump requested the partial recount yesterday in the liberal counties after losing the state by roughly 20,600 votes. Milwaukee and Dane counties will need to finish their recounts by December 1st so the state can certify the results.
1 person dies from COVID every minute in the U.S. That means by the end of News 3 Now this morning, the virus will have killed 150 people. Meanwhile, we're continuing to see record-breaking numbers in Wisconsin. For the first time, the state reported more than 8,000 new COVID cases in a single day. There are now more than 74,000 people with active cases.
Governor Evers is reissuing a statewide mask mandate to last through the new year. The current mask mandate is being challenged in the state Supreme Court. It's set to expire on Saturday before the court is expected to issue a ruling on whether to rescind it. Governor Evers says because of how the pandemic is spreading, the state can't afford to have a gap in mitigation efforts.
Janesville's middle and high schools won't be going back to in-person classes until after Thanksgiving. The school board approved the pivot to all virtual instruction instruction last night. Winter sports will still be allowed, and elementary schools will still have in-person classes. Earlier in the week, Rock County returned to phase 1 of the county's COVID reopening plan because of how quickly the virus is spreading.
Breaking overnight, a home is destroyed because of a fire in the town of Rutland. It happened at midnight on County Highway A. The Dane County Sheriff says the fire had burned through the entire home by the time they got there. Officials are investigating the cause of the fire, but they don't think it's suspicious. It's caused an estimated $100,000 in damage.
The Wisconsin Dells man charged with plotting to help kidnap Michigan's governor will be back in court this morning for his bail hearing. Brian Higgins turned himself in to the Columbia County Jail yesterday, where he's currently being held without bond. His attorney says he is fighting extradition to Michigan, where he will face charges for the alleged attempted kidnapping.
President Trump will still go ahead with the traditional turkey pardoning ceremony despite the pandemic. A White House official says it will happen on Tuesday. The National Turkey Foundation says the birds are coming from Iowa this year. The pardoning is a presidential tradition going back at least 73 years.
New this morning, Jordan Nwora is the newest member of the Milwaukee Bucks. The team picked the forward during the NBA draft last night as the 45th overall pick. Nwora averaged 18 points a game with Louisville last year as a junior. The 6'7" forward was a career 44.5% shooter from the field.
The Badgers basketball team will tip off against Eastern Illinois for the first game of the season next week. This is a look at the team's full schedule. They'll rekindle the I-94 rivalry against Marquette in Milwaukee on December 4th. The Badgers will play their first conference game against Nebraska on December 21st. No fans will be allowed at any of the home games this year.
Apple will pay a $113 million settlement with 34 states, including Wisconsin and Washington, D.C. It's over allegations that the company misled customers about iPhone software updates that purposely slowed the phones to extend their battery lives. A spokesperson for Apple declined to comment, but pointed to a section of the agreement that said a settlement can't be taken as a concession or admission of breaking the law.
Henry Vilas Zoo has a new member this morning. This is Borealis, or Bo for short. He's a 600-pound bear who came from the Toledo Zoo last week. Bo will turn 2 on December 9th. The zoo says Baird is asleep in her winter den right now, but when she wakes up, she'll join Bo out on the exhibit. Bo replaces Nunique, who went to the Kansas City Zoo last month. Love that. Welcome, Bo. Let's take a look at your first warn traffic on this Thursday morning as you head out across Madison. We've got no crashes to report, just a couple of slowdowns along East Washington Avenue. Stoughton Road looking a little slow near the Highway 30 area right now. Across Dane County, we're not seeing any major issues out there. Rock County also looking good. As you head out, your drive times moving into Madison and Dane County, we're moving at those posted speeds. That's your first warn traffic.
And your first warn weather. Sun's about to come up. Here's a live look from the Queen Radio Sky Camera in Platteville. Some high-level cirrus clouds in the area this morning, but very mild conditions. These are the temperatures that we're starting at this morning. We're already up a degree here in Madison to 45. Janesville's up to 52. Prairie du Chien is at 51. Winds from the south-southwest will remain strong through the morning into the early afternoon hours. Later on this evening, those winds will finally begin to diminish for southern Wisconsin. Here's a look at your forecast as you head out the door this morning. We're looking at temperatures climbing pretty quickly. We'll top at 61 this afternoon.
Enjoy that sun today, folks. We're almost to Friday. See you tomorrow.